I feel like I have to make another confession, similar to the one that I made in the last segment. I am an unironic MrBeast fan. Like, I'm subscribed to MrBeast. I've got the notifications turned on. I watch almost every one of his videos, not all of them, but almost every one. And I end up enjoying almost every one of them. And I've been watching and enjoying them since, like, 2018. Since before I got bread pilled, I've been enjoying MrBeast videos. Damn, you're dead to me now? I know, right? I'm gonna be honest here, okay? MrBeast videos are some of the most low denominator content that there is. In the sense that content-wise, it is pretty much just a game show that somebody has made on YouTube. Right? Like, it's not really... Like, there are YouTubers out there making better, higher effort content. However, MrBeast has quickly ballooned to being the largest YouTuber on YouTube, period, due to his insanely good understanding, I would argue flawless understanding, of both marketing, human psychology, and most importantly, the YouTube algorithm. He knows how the YouTube algorithm works. He knows what people click on. He knows what people watch. He knows what kind of editing and video lengths keep people watching. And it just all works. It just all is working out very well for him. He's at 130 million subs right now. I believe he is the largest YouTuber at the moment. His side channels also sit at 11 million, 18 million, 31 million, and 21 million respectively, his 4 side channels. So he is a very comfortably large YouTuber. He is a massive public figure. Now, most of his content is game show content, as I mentioned, right? Like, oh my god, you may win this thing if you don't take your hand off of it, right? Stuff that has been happening on TV to basically no applause whatsoever for a very long time. But brought to YouTube and involving the types of editing and style that YouTube does, it's a massive hit, right? A massive hit. But here's what makes MrBeast a little bit more unique. MrBeast is a philanthropist. He uses his money to try and do good in the world, whether it be through donating to charity, to whether it be creating companies and nonprofit organizations made for doing good. And because of this, MrBeast is looked on a lot like Elon Musk was a few years ago. It's also no coincidence that, as far as we know, MrBeast is a pretty big Elon Musk fan. I will say he's been pretty quiet with the Elon Musk references lately, but he was not quiet with the pro Elon Musk references before the current arc. With that said, there's this sort of aura to MrBeast videos. Almost like, man, it's not like this guy has really done anything worth calling out necessarily, but isn't it fishy that somebody has like this much praise for them, and it seems like they have this much, like, if they did something wrong, people would immediately jump to how much good they've done? Like, it almost feels like he's preempted any drama that could happen. But then again, it's very unreasonable to criticize someone for doing good things because maybe they do bad thing one day and that makes people defend them on account of good things they've done, right? It feels like every way of wording this weird vibe that MrBeast gives off with his videos, the weird vibe that you get from them, every way of wording it almost always comes out as rich person doing good things is bad. It almost always comes out sounding like that, doesn't it, chat? Hypers if you agree. No matter how you word criticism of MrBeast, people almost always at least hear it as rich person doing good things with their wealth is bad. And as you can imagine, that looks extra weird coming from us on the left. Basically, there's been some discourse. MrBeast recently put out a video called 1,000 Blind People See for the First Time. And, I don't know how much of this video we can watch without copyright issues. I actually have not watched it in whole off stream. But we'll play the first bit of the video just so you get, like, the general gist of what it's like. These videos are copyrighted in such a way that YouTube will take your stream down if you play too much of them, though, so there's only so much that I can show. So let me give you guys, like, an idea of what a MrBeast video is like, or what the one that is causing the drama is like.
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness. It's gonna be crazy.
Most of us see the world like this. But here's the thing, 200 million people see the world like this. But I just made it one less.
Oh. Wow.
She's just one of 1,000 blind people we helped from around the world.
So basically, you know, it's a very... If you've seen a MrBeast video, you know what it's going to be, right? And if you are consuming this video with the most charitable mindset, and honestly, this is my mindset until something comes up to move me off of it. So this is where I stand. I want to clarify that. This is a video that very upliftingly demonstrates somebody who has a lot of wealth, using it to help people, and in doing so, making content that will allow that to pay for itself so that he can continue to help people make content. He is basically doing what many might consider a YouTuber make the world better glitch. Holy shit, he's spending money to make the world better, but because he records it for YouTube videos, he ends up making money back. So he's got an infinite loop of making the world better, making good videos from it, and then making money off of it. That's amazing, right? And that's my current position on MrBeast's content, unless something comes along to prove otherwise. However, the more skeptical view MrBeast's content a different way. Notably, the Surfs, who, I guess I can't be too mad that the Surfs is getting shit on Twitter right now, because they don't really, like, Lance doesn't like me. Like, I think Lance has multiple times taken positions against me in dramas and said that he doesn't like me, so I can't be too mad that he's getting shit for this, in all honesty. However, oh, did he delete his tweets? Oh no, he deleted his tweets. Oh, okay, the Surfs deleted them. Okay, in that case, I'll bring up somebody who posted a screenshot. Lance of the Surfs was posting shit like this. We need an evil MrBeast to balance this shit, to balance out his good deeds, Mr. Least. And the Surfs replies, he does poverty tourism for clicks. He's already evil. So, the Surfs is certainly among those that take the most non-charitable view of MrBeast's content. The Surfs takes the side of, and I guess I'll go ahead and I'll make the best devil's advocate argument against MrBeast. Like, I will make Lance's argument better than he is capable of for him, okay? There is a air of disingenuousness that hangs over MrBeast videos, where it feels as though the fact that he is making profit off of showcasing the struggles of poor people, it feels as though this is a rich person getting rich off of the struggles of poor people, and while yes, he is helping them, he is at the end of the day not solving the poor people problem, so the concept of poor people existing will always remain a sort of necessity for him to make his content and for him to make his profit. And so he has a business model off of monetizing poor people, and while yes, he is making those individuals feel better, have better lives, he is still monetizing poor people, and he needs there to be poor people, and thus, as he has in the past, he will continue to defend capitalism, because there needs to be capitalism. Well, there doesn't need to be capitalism for there to be poor people, but as long as there is capitalism, then there will be poor people. And of course, that is the position that those that do not like MrBeast and think that he is doing this take on the issue. That is what I think Lance believes on this issue. And the response to the takes from people like Lance and other lefties who have gone against MrBeast have not been kind by those who are not on the left. For example, you've got Nick Diorio here saying, part of me feels like the issue here is that a rich dude is distributing his wealth willingly instead of by force. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but this is not giving off the kind of vibe that we want to be giving off to the average person with our criticisms here. This is another example of lefties engaging in some of the worst fucking optics when it comes to criticizing a large public figure imaginable. Do you remember how bad the left was at criticizing PewDiePie when PewDiePie had his oopsie doopsies? Like, there were plenty of ways to criticize PewDiePie and absolutely phenomenal ways there that would have genuinely been insightful, and yet most lefties immediately said he was a Nazi. And just had meltdowns about how the biggest YouTuber is a Nazi, and then all the normies and lefties and PewDiePie fans just dunked on the left for it. Nick Dorio is not the average person. Nick Dorio is more left-leaning than the average person, our family. I know Nick Dorio, and his actual political positions are more progressive than the average American. He's just an edgy boy who's annoyed by a lot of the left. So if somebody who's more progressive than the average person, who's just an online edgy boy who's annoyed by the left, is led to this kind of conclusion by seeing this level of criticism, yeah, you're not doing good optics. If you're a lefty, do not make it look like you are mad that rich people are doing good things, all right? It just isn't a good look for us. There's a discussion to be had here, and I think we just had it pretty well. But let's just say the Surfs is an example of someone who did not do it well. I think there might actually be a couple of other examples of the Surfs' tweets on this. Yeah, here we go. People honestly praising MrBeast yet again. The guy does poverty tourism for cash. If he pays a person's medical bills, lottery style, without informing anyone with his platform that it's fucked, he needs to do that. He's just profiting off his ability to do so. Oh yeah, and then MrBeast also tweeted, I don't understand why curable blindness is a thing. Why don't governments step in and help? Even if you're thinking purely from a financial standpoint, it's hard to see see how people don't ROI on taxes from people why they don't ROI on taxes from people's health and being able to work again. This was 5 hours ago after massive public outcry. His video about how he's paying for medical costs should have focused on that. His episode on prison should have been about how solitary confinement is torture, not renting out an old one for his friends for the lulz. This is legitimately just the left not knowing how to have fun. I'm sorry. The left needs to learn how to have fun. The left feels like anytime you try to do anything remotely fun, like you'll be just absolutely demolished for it being problematic. That is what the left feels like at any given time, and it is so frustrating. Hypers in chat if you feel this way. The left feels like it is no fun is allowed. Listen guys, don't be fun police. If you're a lefty, do not be the fun police. If you see somebody having fun in a problematic way and you want to call it out, chances are there's something far more problematic and far more definitively harmful you can call out that'll look a lot optically better. I'm not saying that you shouldn't call these things out, but if you're gonna call them out, you've really got to be careful with it because, I'm sorry, but we are in an age of optics mattering. To an extent. Obviously, optics don't matter if it means impeding on the rights and representation of, like, minorities. For optics, obviously, we wouldn't be doing that. But when it comes to how you represent your beliefs, I think right now especially, optics are to some extent worth considering. At the very least, bad optics are bad. Anyway, you guys know what to do if you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.